Happy Friday, folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan, if you have not figured that out already. Surprise, I know. And we're back here on the LEGO Let's Chat every Friday. It is a quote-unquote beautiful snowy Friday afternoon. For me, anyway, which means I don't mind being inside building LEGO. And we're gonna hopefully finish up the NASA shuttle discovery. We've got 4 bags left, but this one is pretty small. So I usually get through 2 or 3 bags in the stream. So we'll see how far we can get. And I'm feeling pretty good today. It might be a double header. My mic muted? No, the audio's good. Ping, what are you talking about? Pro tip, folks, in chat. Maybe don't say mic audio ? At the start with no context. Sorry about that, folks. I also just got a static shock from my earbuds, which is not fun. But yay, winter. Isn't it grand? So, professional streamer, now that we're off to a banging start, let's grab bag 14. Zappy, Calberti, not fun. Although, a hilarious story now that it's no longer happening to me. This apartment used to have carpet everywhere, except for the kitchen and the bathroom. And because of how dry it gets in my region in the wintertime, and because of just the static in the apartment, I used to get blue arcs from my front doorknob, and it was painful to the point where I used to hit the doorknob with my knuckle first to like get rid of the static, and like the tap would offset the shock, and so you wouldn't really feel it. But if you went at it with like a fingertip or like your palm, like you could see it, and it would arc about like an inch, and it would go zap, and you'd be like, what the why is this happening? And then of course, once I got an iPhone and started to have headphones, it just got really ridiculous. Like it was just a real problem. I think. Okay, open some of this here. Yeah, now that I've got laminate floors in here, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. X-Men, yeah. I don't know. If I had a superpower, I don't think Storms would be my go-to. I mean, she gets to fly, so there's that. There's that. Speaking of, I watched Black Adam. I have subscribed to Crave, even though I don't like Crave. I've subscribed to it because that's where, in Canada, I can watch Star Trek Picard. And I watched Black Adam because there's a bunch of Warner Brothers and a bunch of other content on Crave that I can watch while I have the subscription. And it was a movie. It was not good. I'm surprised it got made. I think they made it to shut people up and say DC is already in the crapper. Let's just get this done and we can say we did it and people will stop bugging us about it. My least favorite thing about the whole movie was Black Adam and Hawkman. And it wasn't, I thought Dwayne Johnson did a good job given the script that he was given. I thought the script was problematic, and I thought that Hawkman in particular was terrible. Horribly written, horribly presented. He was a one-trick pony. The whole movie was a bro argument between Hawkman and Black Adam. Apparently neither of whom can die, just punching each other and disagreeing. It was terrible. And unfortunately, like Atom Smasher and Cyclone were underused, and they were really interesting. Good actors, you know. Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate was cool. But yeah, the clutch of the movie was not to my liking, which I expected. I expected it to be, you know, low bar. I did not expect it to be an incredibly deep film. And why would it be with DC resetting their whole universe? When do you get Picard episodes on Craves? Thursdays or Fridays? I actually don't know. I want to say it's Thursdays. I haven't checked. I'm probably going to check and watch it over dinner tonight. It's usually out by Fridays, but I watch it on Friday nights, kind of like at the end of my week. So I don't check before then. Unfortunately, Crave does not have good apps on the hardware that I have, and the quality is crappy. So I'm not thrilled. I'd much rather be paying for Paramount Plus and watching that through like Apple TV Plus or something that has a much better 4K display. But I get like screen stutters and pixelated images, and like it's really not a good, you know, situation with Crave in Canada. And they only get my money because I want to talk about it on the Citadel Cafe. Speaking of, there's a new episode of the Citadel Cafe out right now. Episode 460, myself and Steven ESC talked about Wakanda Forever. Now that I enjoyed. We had some nitpicks about it, but overall, Wakanda Forever was a very good movie. I think my comment on the Citadel Cafe was like, if you're putting Endgame at like a 9 out of 10, then Wakanda Forever is like a solid 7.5. You will enjoy the episode. Yeah, I enjoyed the last one too. I really like Riker as a character, and I like Riker and Picard together. My favorite episode of the first season of Picard is when he goes to seek refuge with the Rikers on, I don't remember the name of the planet, but it was very, very cool. I'm going to try to use full setup today because we need room for the ship. The trick is going to be to get them to straight. I've got a really small monitor right above me. The little screen that I flip out of my camera. I'm eyeballing this. How am I doing? That's not bad. I don't have a straight edge up there. I'm still miles from the edge of the table. Not bad for eyeballing it. Season 3 or season 1? Season 1 of Picard is the one that I like the Riker episode from, but season 3 is the one I'm currently watching. Alistair McFly is going to come on the podcast, and we're going to talk about it, which should be fun. I'm hoping to have that done before the end of February, but Alistair's pretty busy right now, so I don't know. Unfortunately, we're only averaging one episode of the Citadel Cafe per month, just because my co-hosts are all pretty busy right now. There are things. Thought about flying solo on some of the TCC episodes. I have, and so far I think the consensus after bouncing that around in the Town Hall channel and Discord was that what I should be doing, at least to try, is the solo content for the barista cuts. So in case my co-host can't stay around, at least once a month, if I put maybe a goal on Patreon, because we're at like $80 a show, and I feel like if we get to $100 a show on Patreon, then I could start doing things like monthly barista cuts, like guarantee there'd be at least one bonus, half an hour thing per month, which is not a lot to ask. Because then I could just kind of I could talk about something like a video game that I've played, but my co-hosts haven't played, and I think that could be a good use for that. I really would like an opportunity, I think, to talk more about video games on podcasts, because I mean right now my video game conversation is obviously dominated by Minecraft on the Spawn Chunks, which is fine, but I'd like to expand that, and I think it would motivate me to play more games too, on Xbox or on PC. Everything right now on streaming, I'm playing Minecraft just because I really want to try to finish up West Hill. It's been far too long. I'm also excited about how things are coming together on West Hill, so not like it's a chore. I'm enjoying the process right now. That's why I'm thinking I might do a doubleheader today. Just because it's snowy, I've got the time. Might as well. I'm hoping to leave a good chunk of this space available for the model. Having a German Star Trek podcasts and episodes are the best if there are two people from different backgrounds. Yeah, I feel like for television shows, I much prefer to have someone else to talk about things with. I also feel like it's best when we've both seen the same show. Steven and ESC and I have had conversations about the fact that our back and forth is better when we've had the same show. The problem I find, though, is that sometimes I can be quite critical of content, and I can sometimes rain on other people's parades. Like if Steven ESC comes in really excited about something and I'm just like, nah, this really wasn't my thing, and I have some good reasons for it, then it kind of takes the wind out of out of their sales. So I want to try and, you know, give them the floor first, maybe, or be really strict about making sure we talk about all positive stuff first before we get into the nitpicky rants that we tend to get into. And all of it is just because, like, usually it's Star Wars or Star Trek or Marvel, things that we're passionate about, and we want Marvel to do these things well. And when they get like 80% of the way there, it's frustrating as a viewer because you're just like, God, you're so close to getting this right. And I feel like that happens a lot with Minecraft stuff too. Like the new features in the updates, like they get 80% of the way there and you're just like, but you're so close. Could you just finish it and make it like great? I don't think it's always the case, says Cosmic, that you need two people for a podcast. Agree, for certain subjects, two people are probably best, but there's some where solo podcasts would be fine too. Video games, for instance. Yeah, because I think the thing is, like, video games, I think because they're so much larger, it's easier to have two people on the same page with like a TV show or a movie, right? Whereas with video games, like, it's sometimes they're 50, 60, 80 hours of content. And to get two people either finished a game or through the point where there's spoilers, like all that kind of stuff is challenging. Whereas like asking someone to commit 90 minutes or 2 hours, I say 2 hours. I think Black Adam was like 3 hours long, which was 90 minutes too far. But stuff like that, like it's easier to kind of get in there and get people to catch up. Especially if it's like a weekly show or something really simple like The Bad Batch, which I'm happy to say that I've changed my tune about. I'm really liking season 2, and that is like a half an hour once a week every Wednesday. It's like that's an easy ask, right? That's almost done actually, and I think the next thing that Steven and I talk about will probably be like the full season. We talked about the premiere when it first came out, but I think we'll talk about the full season. Get an opportunity. These feel really other. I'd be interested to hear how solo barista cuts sound. It's a good testing ground for feedback to see if people like the format. Yeah, I think that was the feedback that I got in the town hall chat room, was that if you're worried about how they might be perceived or how well they perform, then by doing them as like a bonus content for your patrons, you're really not losing anything. No one's gonna see, the thing is, like, I really want the Citadel Cafe to gain some ground, and it's hard to bring people in because there's so many podcasts that are just general pop culture. We talk about movies and sci-fi and fantasy and stuff, and to get people in the door, essentially I have to bring them in from the Spawn Chunks. Usually the Spawn Chunks is my feeder podcast because it has such a reach with Minecraft being so popular. That's how I get people to these streams. That's how I get people into the Citadel Cafe these days. a little crooked. They're straight in relation to one another, but the whole thing's a little bit sideways. I think it's because I'm not sitting right in front of the table. Watching the final series of The Flash now, and it's not the best CW show, but I like it. And yeah, I kind of like pieced out on Flash and Arrow several years ago. They're in what, season 9? I think I dropped it at season 3 or 4. Everybody on that show knows who he is. It doesn't make any sense. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just tilt your head slightly and you're fine? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody just kind of like look at their monitor with their head slightly tilted to the left, I guess? Or to the right? Yeah, left. You'll be fine. All right, where's the book? Lo, did I do that to you unintentionally? Did you end up tilting your head without me, like, forcing you to? Would you consider going out of your current co-hosts on TCC? Yeah, I'd like to remove the chore of lining people up week to week. I think Brockett might be able to come back on the third Wednesdays, and Steven is okay doing first Wednesdays, but I still need 2 more people. I don't know whether Lou's going to be able to come back. His work and family life has just gotten really busy, so... It's the same reason why I ended up losing Peyton and Chad, the original co-hosts, is that their kids just got older. Peyton's got a teenager now. I think I passed where I was supposed to start. There we go. Those are the stickers that I didn't put on. Bag number 14. There we go. Beautiful. Now you're going to ruin it? Yeah. Okay, starting off with some green. Fade away. I think I might push the top of this out of frame just so that everybody can see what's going on here. Do you have another Lego set lined up after this one? Yes, I have two. I have two. And they are right here. Conveniently, within easy reach. I think we are going to return to some Star Wars. Or Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. And then we'll switch over to Lord of the Rings. Or Gandalf the Grey and the Balrog. And in the meantime, I'm going to be looking for LED kits. For both of those. But I think maybe focusing on the one for the Balrog. I also want to get the LED kit for the DeLorean, and I think I might do that live if it's not too complicated. I have yet to pick one and like read the instructions, but that could be kind of fun to do on stream. It might not be good content. We'll have to see. If it's going to be too much reading the instructions, then I may have to second guess that. More of these. Sweet. I have a little time for things. Cosmic. But yes. There are things that may or may not be going on. So these go on top like this. This goes in like this. I guess I only needed one of these yellow pieces. I always forget that these have backs on them that they can attach to pieces like this. This goes here. And two of these on the sides. So far, so good. Steven has a light kit for his latest Lego build. I only know because I bought. You bought it for him? Nice. Which LED set did you get him? What brand and what model? Sorry to clarify. What brand of LED set and what Lego model is it for? It's a very specific piece here. That gets set aside. Those. What are these? Red piece. And hope everybody can see what's going on okay. It feels like there's a lot going on. This should be really interesting because the shape of the nose of the shuttle is really unique. Interesting. I wonder why they did that. And this goes on top like this. Looks right to me. I'm assuming that's the bottom. Yeah. Goes like that. And this whole thing covers up. This is the port for the landing gear. Goes in like that. The Lego model was the Volkswagen Beetle, and the LED kit was by a company called Bricks Max. All right, cool. I'll have to talk to him after he does it to see if he liked the Bricks Max thing, because there's, unfortunately, you get that paralysis of choice when you go to buy an LED kit that's aftermarket for Lego. There's at least 6 companies that do different kits, and it's hard to tell which one is better. Although I have to say, it's going to be easier to search specifically for the LED kit for the Back to the Future Time Machine now that I'm done the Time Machine model, and I'm no longer worried about spoiling that build process for myself, you know. That's why I didn't look it up before, is because I didn't want to spoil the end look of everything, you know. Where are we for subs for February? I can't see my screen right now. Out of curiosity. Trying to up the old sub goal. I see Nightbot is reminding everybody that 600 subs is like full-time streamer support. 107, Dan? Thanks. I think we were up around 150 before Christmas. Bought the Lego set from Amazon, and it was a light kit that was suggested for it, so my brain just went, ooh, shiny. I ended up buying both. That's how Amazon does it. But that's really thoughtful. Very thoughtful. I'm glad that Steven also streams Lego and is really enjoying it. It's I don't want to share too many personal details about how busy that man is, but he works very, very hard, and he's very good at what he does, and it's nice to see him get breaks. And I'm glad that he gets to continue to stream, because I think he was feeling a little burnt out. For context, Steven and I live in the same city and go to the gym together. So I know him pretty well. He lives down the road. Whoop. Right. On there. And now it looks like I'm going to slide this over a little bit so we have some more room. Low gifting tier 1 subs to Cousin Mel and Noodle Nam. Thanks so much, Low. That brings us up to 109. Gift sub hype. Thanks, Cosmic. Very much appreciate the support, Low. Thank you kindly. Cousin Mel, you look like you have your 3rd month of your subscription. You've got the Water Keystone badge. If you haven't already, make sure you join the Discord. Anybody that's a sub with a Prime sub, gift sub, or tier 1 can join the Discord. You can also join the Discord via Patreon, which is the most affordable way to support me if you're looking to do so. I very much appreciate all of it. But I know that people are on tight budgets this time of year, and I'm happy that there's eyeballs. Statistically, all we need is just more eyeballs. And that will help the channel and the subscriptions grow just on their own. How are we feeling about the music change the last couple of weeks? Good? That's the wrong one. That goes together like that. And then we get these here. Where does that go? Oh, here, I guess. Chromerific, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for saying hello. Elkhorn, the mighty Elkhorn lurking in the background. Appreciate the lurk. I hope this Lego Friday afternoon thing is a nice second monitor stream for people. I look forward to it. It's a great way to end my Friday. Or my week, really. We need tiny piece. That one and like that. Very specific. We've got this piece, the edge. Oh, neat. That's the side. Okay. Cool. That go on. It goes in here. A little bit difficult to see from the angle in the instructions, but I think that's right. So cool the way that they have these things line up. Now I'm betting we have to do that again. Oh no, we're on something else. Okay. I'm sure we'll have to do the other side. Just a little bit. Oops. Love the engineering that goes into Lego designs. Even the simpler ones I do with my son are very well thought out. Yes, apparently one of the better ones lately in Star Wars is the probe droid, the one from Hoth. I think it's a collector's edition one. Peyton and his son put that together, and Peyton was really impressed by it. I really enjoyed Optimus Prime, and this one has been very cool too. I think beyond that, the Shuttle Tiderium was also really neat. I saw a video online that I haven't watched on YouTube, and it was about some leaks about upcoming Lego sets. And I didn't watch it because I didn't want to kind of spoil myself in case it was not real. And it looks like there might be a new Ultimate Collector's Edition X-Wing coming. The problem with those is, one, they like cost as much as my rent. But then two, they're so big. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put this. I love it, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. I mean, my living room, I guess, but like, where? I haven't checked. I imagine there's probably an LED kit for this one, but I'm not sure. It wouldn't really light up much. It'd probably just be like, you know, landing and guide lights and stuff like that. It wouldn't be like, it doesn't have like headlights or anything like the DeLorean. I do everything right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. This is bizarre looking. I have no idea where this is going to go. I'm assuming it's maybe the the side back here, maybe? It's got kind of like that shape to it. But really the multicolors are all just there in order to make sure that you've got spacing and the height of different pieces, right? Makes it easier to follow instructions. Yeah, that's exactly where it goes. All right. This piece goes, oh, that's the wrong piece. There we go. Also the wrong piece. Oh, we have a sticker we have to put on. That's really cool. It's a very slick, rounded. That feature is very, very cool. Get that right? Looks correct to me. Do I have the stickers handy? Survey says yes. This is 3. And it goes on. And I was right, this goes along the side here. Goes right up against the edge. Like a glove. I need 2 hands for this, I think. Oh, maybe not like a glove. Definitely. Oh, no, stop it. There we go. Front end first. So that rounds out the nose cone, but also helps secure everything together because it overlaps this front piece that we just put on. Very cool. Very cool Lego. Whenever Joel's placing a sticker, I hold my breath. I do too. Never thought about using tweezers. That is a tip I got from my buddy Chad. He does Lego with his kid, but for him, he's into like model military aircraft, like airplanes and stuff. And the stickers on those, he got like a pair of angled tweezers that he really likes. These are just, I can't remember where I found those. I think I just bought them at the dollar store or something like that. Oh, we're doing the nose. Need that and this. And my little favorite pieces. This goes there. See how that actually fits in there. All right, that's that. And then this goes on the end. I see that coming off quite easily in the future. Cool. Oops. Ripped the thing. Did I miss any like little features? Sometimes they have little cool tidbits about the shuttle. No. I was engrossed in building. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, stupid. Tiny pieces and big hands, man. There we go. I like how they leave these two little round pieces visible for the details. That's very cool. That goes on this side here. Like this. There we go. The front of this is a lot bigger than I was imagining. It's in perspective on the image that I've got in front of me on the box, and it's much longer than it appears to be on the photo. Lion Master, hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good week. How did you find the stream? It always goes a little bit faster the second time around. This is how they construct that cool bend around the bottom part with this piece here. Very cool. How many bags? 17 altogether. This is 14, and I'd say there's like 2.5 bags left. The other bag that's left is pretty small. 17 is a smaller piece, smaller bag. Good. Now, have the right version of that. Right order this time. I find sometimes, especially when I'm doing things for the second time, I get a little bit sure of myself and I start skipping steps. And Lego doesn't always do things symmetrically. So you got to be careful. I've definitely had to backtrack a number of times on stream just to make sure I got things right. So for example, this is different on this side. This was a circle piece on the other side. 4 stickers. Number 4. Now this was tricky the first time. I think it was like front side first. So before I put the top on, you can really see all the detail in the cockpit. Really cool. I'm not sure how much light gets in there on stream, but very, very cool stuff. Tiny, kind of micro detail. And that is bag 14, almost done. And yes, Cosmic, that sounds like a good plan. Looks like we're going to build up the nose a bit. Blue piece. So that'll secure these two pieces in place as well. I don't know why it's rotated. That's weird. The Vampire Maid, thanks very much for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Always good to see you swing by. I'm getting weird deja vu. I wonder if I watched some of this on a video or something. I recognize like this page. I probably watched some sort of making of this kit before I actually got it, you know. Well, and I say that, I didn't go out and buy it. This was a lovely, lovely gift from Cosmic Dancer. Stream support and Lego fun. And this piece. Looks right to me. Happy, good to see you. Welcome in. I find it a coincidence that you're making a Lego spaceship. I'm playing a space game. Hey, I like space games. Space games are fun. This goes... Oh, interesting. That's cool. I would have never thought that this is the side. They're using like the visible connections inside those pieces. That's the outside. And this connects to... Oh, remember when we were wondering what we were doing with that blue handle piece that got clipped in? There's a single red grip connector there, and it connects right to that piece in there. And that completes the nose cone. It's gonna be tricky to figure out how to get it to do it right. Hard to see. Oh, something's not right. That connected. Yeah, something's not going in there right. That's the right piece. But it pushes itself off. I wonder why that's... Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm not missing any pieces. Like, there's just these tiny little things left. So it's supposed to stick up a bit. So having it connected like this is pushing it up. I wonder if I've got the wrong piece. No. So this little piece here, unless this is supposed to be lower somehow. Nope. Yeah, see, that feels nice and sturdy. So why was this little yellow piece in there if it knocks it off its position? Unless that's not on there all the way. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's wrong. Like, this doesn't go there. It won't connect. Works when I take the piece off. I was right about this nose cone. Nose cone pops off quite easily. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's... I'm not sure what happened, but that's incorrect. Does not look good. Does not work. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go with the way that it actually stays on. So these go sideways. Oh, wow. Cool. That is tidy. Wow. That is bag 14 done. With a weird mistake by Lego. I'm not sure what happened there. I mean, it's probably something I did 1,000 steps ago that's wrong, but like I don't know what it would be. I don't have any pieces missing. I don't think this is... Yeah, I mean, it's all pretty straight. All right. I mean, it looks good. Call that a win. R3 Chard, hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Don't trust the process. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird that that didn't work the way that Lego instructed it to. There's this one little yellow piece there that was pushing the bottom here and breaking this connection. So whatever. I mean, it looks as straight as it does in the photo now. So we'll go with that. Anyway, this is where I take a break. If you're new to the stream, I do this once an hour or roughly whenever I finish a bag. And I'm going to step away for a few minutes, reheat my coffee. You should grab a drink, grab a friend, bring them on in, and we'll see you in about 5 or 6 minutes. All right, bag number 15. Here we go. 264. This thing is heavy. I'm carefully placing it on the desk behind me. Oh, nuggets. I left my coffee in the kitchen. Hold on. Thank you, Cosmic. I muted it to get away up and get my coffee. At least there's music. That's why I tend not to mute my mic. When I step away, I normally go to a different screen on Streamlabs, and the Streamlabs screen, when I'm away from the keyboard, has no mic being captured, so I don't have to worry about muting it, you know, like if someone called or something like that. But my mic has a mute button. The problem is that you can't see it when the mic is close to your face. I don't know why I decided to do it this way this time. Probably going to regret it. Shots fired. Oh no. Red Tail Snow, you forget to unmute yourself a lot too. I don't do it very much on podcasts. But that when I first started like 10, 15 years ago, that's something I remember doing by mistake. Are you playing No Man's Sky, Lion Master? I fell off of that game. Every time they update it, I just find it disappointing. They don't seem to really hold me for very long. I find also that just the endless menus are just a pain in the butt. Not to say that people don't enjoy it, but it's not. I've never found it a good experience. I always find it very frustrating. I was thinking the other day that it's been a really long time since I've even thought about booting up Satisfactory. And I saw that Satisfactory, the devs have released like more merchandise. I'm just like, shouldn't you finish the game? I feel like they spend so much of their time on silly social stuff, and the game just never seems to be, you know, moving to a point where it's stable. Like I really want to return to Satisfactory when it's released and it's no longer, you know, something that could potentially crash or cause issues. And, you know, we've had like that save lag in the latest playthrough. Strange track. I don't think we've heard this before. Like a bossa nova? Why? Yeah, let's skip this one. Yeah, hurry up and get to 1.0 first before merch. I agree, Dan. I agree. I think that should be a priority. I mean, from a business standpoint, if the merch sells, then I guess it makes sense. Unless they're at a position where like they need more funding for the game. But I can't imagine it's been that poorly managed. It's one of those games where like I end up getting out of it for long enough that it becomes difficult to get back in because you got to wrap your head around all the crazy changes. This has not worked out quite how I wanted it to, but we'll make do. With the music you're listening to for these streams, how does it fare copyright-wise on Twitch and YouTube? Do you get dinged for it either? No, I've not received that I remember a ding for the Harris Heller stuff. Every once in a while, I'll get a ding, but it's incorrect. Like, it'll say, you have received a copyright ding for this track, and I'll go and look at it, and it's the wrong track. Like, it's been it's not that the copyright information isn't there, it's that the copyright information, the bot on Twitch has, or YouTube has flagged it completely incorrectly. Right? The one that I get flagged for randomly, it either does or doesn't get flagged, is my break music for Minecraft, which is really frustrating. And I mean, all I have to do in the YouTube VOD is just mute it, and it's fine because it's muted. On YouTube, muting the music is very specific. They just cut out that track. They don't mess around with anything else. On Twitch, they remove like a minute or two either side of the track, which means that my voice is cut out on the Twitch VOD, which is unfortunate. I say unfortunate, it's really frustrating is what it is. The fact that they can't keep their algorithms up to date. Just with so many people streaming, like known royalty-free stuff, websites, Harris Heller, like, you know, any kind of content creator that has put out royalty-free music, like that should really not be, there's no excuse for that to be flagged incorrectly, right? But I also, on the Joel Duggan's VODs YouTube channel, which feels strange that that is the channel now that has the most content. I surpassed my regular Joel Duggan YouTube channel a long time ago. But neither have enough subscribers to monetize. I'd love to get to 1,000 subs on the VODs channel. The thing is, right now, the VODs channel doesn't have enough subs, but it has enough content. And then my regular channel has enough subs, but doesn't have enough content. So I really wish I had just kind of smashed it all into one thing. This has not quite worked out how I wanted it to as the title of my autobiography. That's cute, Cosmic. I think now I've started playing again. Not played in 2 months. I will really like the new stuff they've added. Switch players, sadly, the exhibition is bugged and can't progress in it. See, that's what I mean. They release stuff that's bugged in No Man's Sky. And that's why I don't give them the time of day, because my time is valuable. You know, I mean, not to sound, I'm not complaining about streaming and podcasting for a living, but like, I've got a finite amount of time. I want my content to be entertaining. I don't want to be frustrated on stream. And I find that when they release content day one and it's bugged, even if there is Twitch drops, I'm like, nope. No thanks. The thing I miss out on is things like No Man's Sky is very popular for Twitch drops, and then I miss out on bringing in new viewers to the channel. But like, I mean, if they're coming for No Man's Sky content, I only do that until the drops are over, and then I'm back to Minecraft, right? So it's kind of a misnomer. All right, so now we are, looks like we're doing tail and rear flaps. You think it's 6 minutes either side? Really? That is monstrous. This is going to be a really interesting connection, I think. Need one of these. Getting to the point where the book is hard to read. It goes together like that. I like when you did it recently. For Guild Wars 2 or for Satisfactory, Dan? And thanks, I appreciate the feedback. I'm glad that you liked that. I wish that that game was better. I would play that more often. This is really neat, the way that this is connected. Oh, that's the wrong one. I like this combination of plates and like subtle studs. That's cool. That goes... Oh, I see. Okay. So these little cross pieces here, that's how we're going to fit on to the back there. This is really, really well designed. That's really cool. A little floppy. Hopefully they stiffen up a bit. I do find that sometimes with these connected pieces that the weight of them moves them around too much. Guild Wars 2, it was a really nice change. Oh, cool. Thanks for the feedback, Dan. Really enjoyed that game, but my machine just didn't like running it. Crashed a great many times. Just ended up noping out of it most of the time, says Cosmic Dancer. Yeah, I can see that. I had no time with it from a performance standpoint. I just found the gameplay loop really repetitive. And it felt like I was doing a checklist as opposed to an MMO when I wasn't talking around getting a story. I was just kind of like going through to-do lists. It's like the achievement thing in Minecraft. Like, it's not fun for me. Kelbirdie says, anytime I've encountered a bug that halts me in my tracks in a game, it causes frustration, just makes me want to rage quit. I have to close the game and physically step away from the computer so I can fully understand not wanting to play a game full of bugs during a live stream. Oh man, I'm a very patient person, probably to a fault. And I'm sure that many people that have been here long enough will remember and can vouch for how frustrated I was with No Man's Sky. There's a couple of other games I feel like I've played that were not fun either. Don't remember which ones they were. Definitely a stream game or two. Before We Were Here was fun, but the graphics were giving me a headache, so maybe that could be one that I was frustrated playing. I think the frustrating thing about Before We Leave was that I wanted to be enjoying my time playing it because I liked the game, but it was making me motion sick. With the camera moves, it was not very smooth. Oh, I've got that the wrong way. Again, it's another mix of studs, which I like. And then this goes on the end. I hope there's a way to lock that in place. Otherwise the flaps are just going to droop, which is not great. It might be better once the other flaps are on, because this one thing controls both sides. And once the other flaps are on, the weight might be a little bit more evenly distributed. But it really fills out the wing. Bit of a gap there. Astroneer, there you go, Cosmic. I remember that game. I did not like Astroneer at all. Hey, Elkhorn's back. Thanks for coming back from the lurk. Or was it mid-lurk snark that was required? Now we're on to do the other sides. This probably won't take too long. Two of these. goes there, and then peace. Oops. It's pretty fragile until you get that last piece on. It's the one thing that sandwiches it all together. It is nice how easily those go on. Next one. Cosmic. See, that's the thing, Cosmic, about not eating one day and then eating all day the next. You have to balance it out. You need a break. I would be insufferable if I didn't eat for a day. Like I would. Things would be thrown. I would lose friends. Like, I can't imagine what I would be like if I was streaming hangry, and then some riffraff came into the chat. They came in before Cosmic or one of the other mods got a chance to get rid of them. Oh man, I would lose my patience very quickly. That, or the other place where I can really feel my patience tested these days is the gym. I'm there to get work done. I've got, a set list. I am there to work out. And if people are standing around talking, especially if the gym's busy and I can't get on a machine because somebody is yakking away, I'm done. I'm like, get off your phone and get out of my way. Very get off my lawn of me, I know. But in my defense, it's always some young person. So there we go. That's that last piece there. And this goes on the back. Yeah, those go on much easier than I expected them to. And I was right. The weight of them balances them out. So they stand nice and stiff with both of them installed. Very cool, Lego. I approve. Not that Lego would care if I disapproved. They'd be like, whatever. Sure, Streamer Joel. Whatever you say. Someone at Lego has their ears burning? Yeah. That's something that I'd like to try and do. I would love to have a podcast interview with somebody from Lego, but I haven't looked. Most Lego content that I see is YouTube. It's video, which makes sense. But has anybody tracked down or seen any Lego podcasts? I'd imagine it would be very difficult to do. Although we have a segment on the Citadel Cafe, the Internet Minute has turned into kind of like the Lego Minute at the end of the show. 3, 4, 5. So this is obviously the tail. I always find it really interesting when Lego stacks bricks and plates vertically, but then they're meant to be used like as a horizontal thing. I find that really interesting. Now, hopefully this whole thing isn't as warped as the plate that it's on. Oh, I messed up. See what I mean? Overconfident. It's like, I know what they're doing. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Got these two. I find it interesting because these lines end up looking like plates or connectors, you know, in the actual model. This is actually really long. I'm surprised. I love the black stripe down the front of it. It's very cool. Two of those, one of those. Which order do they go in? Oh, one after the other. Okay. And this piece goes there. Oh, don't crease the book. So many little kind of increments of space to get right. Three more of these. Make sure I put these on the right direction so that the support beams can go through and actually connect to them all. I've done that a number of times before too. Put one of these sideways and like you try to put something in there and it just stops dead because there's no hole. Oh, looks like we're moving on to a slightly separate piece. Oh wow. Complicated. That one. Short Zelda, hello. Been a minute. How are you? Needs a little paperweight. Yeah, you're right. It does. I would use my coffee, but I'd be worried I'd spill it. Chilling on lunch. Very cool. Well, it's good to see you. What have you been up to lately? What have you been streaming? Are you still doing, is it Vault Hunters? Was that the latest thing? I've got so much going on in vanilla Minecraft. I see a lot of people playing modded right now, and I'm jealous of all the cool stuff. We raided Megabyte yesterday, and Megabyte was doing a modded... I think it was like they were testing modded stuff for their potential patron server. And they were showing off some really cool stuff. I was making dinner, and I threw the stream up on my big screen TV in my living room. And it was very cool. So we're doing... Oh, this is like a flap on the tail. That's cool. Ahead of myself. And then we need the other one of these. Oh, nope. This is first. And black piece goes in there. This goes in here. That. Hey, there's Aldebar. What's new? Short Zelda says, yep, still addicted to the Vault Hunters mod pack. Right on. So is that's like a progression thing, right? Like you have to go to do a bunch of PvE stuff in the vaults. I think that's why I wouldn't pull the trigger on Vault Hunters, because I'm not a big PvE. I don't play Minecraft for the PvE stuff. Goes like that. And then this goes one of these. This goes here. And then this attaches. Oh, I see. Okay. That goes in like this. Seems a little bit flimsy, but hopefully they'll tighten that up. This goes in there. I miss his spot. I think I missed a spot. No. Feels like a really big gap. No, that's right. Feels like there should be something in there, but I get. Oh, I see. It's because that's how it turns. Never mind. Second guessing myself. Trust the process. And then this tightens all this up. Get this nice and flat. This goes here. Why am I missing a black piece? Got to put it here. I feel like those should be connected somehow. Did you know the orbiter's rudder doubles as an air brake by splitting in two? Oh, they're not supposed to be connected because they split it open and creates an air brake. Huh. The problem, I guess, with this design is that these plates are a little bit warped. They kind of stick out funny, but I guess we can just kind of... I feel like they stick out a little bit at the front. But you're not going to be seeing it from the back that often, I don't think. Not the end of the world. So then this connects on the back. I'm not sure if you can see from that angle, but there are two big support beams that stick up here. And this kind of comes down, attaches like this. That is sturdy and very cool looking. And very tall. Like, I cannot fit this thing all in the shot. It's bananas. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Yes. Excellent timing. Excellent timing. We are on page 283, bag number 16. We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes, folks. Grab a snack, grab a friend. Back in a few. Short Zelda was saying just before the break that it's interesting that builds and the models and tips in the book help you learn a little bit more about the actual shuttle's construction. And I agree. I think it's very cool. With the DeLorean, with the Back to the Future time machine, it was all like behind the scenes factoids about the thing. It was very cool. You learn about like how many different cars they used in the movie and how they were constructed. It was awesome. Got some chunky pieces here. Nerd Pants McGee, good to see you. Hope you had a good week. I'm getting to the point now where I've streamed almost every day. I think the only day I didn't stream was Monday, and I forget who was here on what day and what I was doing. Just going through the West Hill checklist and just like, good to see you again. Has it been a week? Has it been a day? Has it been a day and a half? Yeah, I've been trying to increase the number of streams in 2023. I mean, it helps that it's winter, and I didn't have and don't have any other contract work going on. Although I do have some art stuff coming up that I'm probably going to share on stream. I don't know when that is. I'm having a lot of trouble with my iMac, and I don't know how well the iMac is going to hang on to streaming and Photoshop art at the same time. So. But I do have a number of my own emotes and stream badges that I have to update, as well as some for a client. So it'll be fun. I don't know. In a way, I might end up doing some of that off stream just because it might be fun to just kind of chill and do that without an audience to talk to. But, you know, I do enjoy that process of sharing art online. The Nookie you'd love to watch. Is anybody here new enough that they've not seen an art stream? It's been a long time since I've done an art stream. I think the last one might have been my own emotes. It's been a very, very long time. I was focusing on Minecraft and other stuff for such a long time. And again, part of it is because of the iMac being slower now. It shouldn't be, but I don't necessarily put it at the feet of the iMac. I think Adobe has just released beefier and beefier and bloatier software. I might try to look at a different program to do the art with on stream. If I can find a program for Mac that's lighter than Photoshop, that doesn't tax the computer as much, I might try that. You never put Lego sets together yourself, Short Zelda? Yeah, it's sort of like a... I mean, not everybody does the whole knolling thing. I do. I knoll out the pieces just because I enjoy the process. And I really don't like that hunting through a little dish of pieces. And really, when you get into these more complex pieces that or sets that have like 2,000 plus pieces to them, like you really kind of have to be organized or suffer the consequences. It's like doing a big Minecraft build. Like if you don't have your pieces ready to go, or your blocks, I guess. Sorry, I realized when I reach over there, it might be really far from the microphone. Yeah, if you don't have all of your, infrastructure ready in a Minecraft world before you start something massive, you just end up spending all your time running around doing nothing. Well played, Cosmic. Yes, I could say on one hand it is an enjoyable process of being prepared and organized, and on the other hand I'm just faffing around. Yeah, that's fair. I think that happens in Minecraft too. I think we've all witnessed me kind of like nitpick a build, changing a block back and forth, and people like wondering what the crap is he doing. He's changed that block 3 times and it looks the same to me. I'm sure that's a thing. Somewhere, someone has watched me play Minecraft and rolled their eyes, I'm sure. Especially if they're not familiar with the game, if they're not a player themselves. I just find with this particular build where there's so many pieces that are all the same color, you really have to kind of stay on top of what you're doing. Let's go... So many little, like, tilted pieces. Did I shake the table, or are you joking about shaking the table? I was really careful about that this time. I made sure that my camera table is separate. And I think 2 weeks ago, I was like bouncing my knee or something, and the camera was shaking. Oh, you're joking about the shake table. Okay, cool. I hadn't heard of knolling until the first stream of this set. It was a learning experience for you. That's cool. I picked it up from Adam Savage from Mythbusters. And I quickly, employed it as just a way for the builds to just last longer for me, but then as soon as I started streaming Lego, I was like, oh, this is great. This means that this Lego set will be like 6 weeks of Fridays, right? But I think this is part 6. Not mistaken. When the bags are bigger, we only get through about 1 or 2 bags per stream, but we'll finish this today, I'm sure. The 17th bag is very small. Even this bag isn't that big. Try to stay a little bit more to the right here, just so that we have more room for the shuttle. Now, where can we fit the... Question from the Nookie further up. Do you have any tips on how to get into streaming? Thank you for re-highlighting the message, Cosmic. The Nookie, sorry I missed your message. Yes, I would say first, do something that you really, really like, whether that's Minecraft, Lego, drawing, whatever it is. Make sure it's something that you're okay with doing consistently. Think about doing a project that's going to take like a year or 6 months or something. Or at least a game that you like enough that you want to finish it. If it's a story-based game, something that you know that you will play start to finish. For example, like maybe you're really into Pokemon. I would try to stay away from trying to figure out what's popular and playing that or doing that, if that's something that you see happening a lot on stream. I would just go for whatever the thing is that you want to do, because it'll help you stay consistent. And there's a lot of resources out there for helping people get set up technically. I would point you towards gaming careers on YouTube. They have a podcast, and they also do little small, like 15 to 17 minute videos on software and microphones and hardware and stuff like that. And I would say, don't worry about having like a beefy PC or anything too crazy. I would focus on your audio first. If you are planning on being on camera with a face cam, then you could worry about that later. But I think I'll watch somebody with a teeny tiny video with good audio before I will watch someone with an immaculate video shot of themselves and bad audio. So just be aware of that, I would say. No, I am not lining all these up. Forget that. This is where I'm just excited to finish this build. So we're going to pool all these together because there's just far too many of these. There. Very accurate smoosh. So yeah, as far as audio quality, if you're going to get into technical stuff, I would look at Blue Audio. Some of the bigger brands like Elgato, they have really nice mics, but they tend to be very pricey. You might have better luck with something like a Blue Yeti or a Well, Yetis are kind of outdated. I feel like there are some options, but I would keep your first microphone under $100. I knew that wasn't going to fit, and yet I tried it anyway. So what else? I don't have a lot of advice on video for streaming because I don't do the face cam thing. My research led me to pick up this Sony A6100 for streaming video. A lot of people do use it for a face cam, so you could start there. But honestly, because if you're playing a video game, your cam is going to be so tiny. A decent webcam, again, probably under $100, and you'll be good. And I would say you have to get used to, and I'm not sure how good I've been doing this today, but talking to no one. Because if you start streaming and there's like 2 people in your chat and they're not engaging in chat room, you have to kind of be used to this narrating what you're doing. I find that sometimes tasks like this, I'll get really quiet. I find the same thing if I'm digging out a big ditch or something in Minecraft. It's very monotonous and I just kind of zone out. And it's not always the most engaging stream. Bag 16. Gotta go. Lunch is over. Great to spend some time here. Great to see you, Short Zelda. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you coming by. Borrowed a Rode from a singer friend now. Very cool. Rode microphone will get you along the way. Do you have the do you have all the hookups for the Rode? I use USB microphones, so I'm not going to be as much help as someone that has XLR knowledge, because all throughout my podcasting career and streaming career, I guess, big air quotes, I've been using USB microphones. This is what you're hearing now is a Blue Yeti X, which is the new version of the Yeti. It's more expensive than the Yeti. But it sounds better, I think. I also have a couple of filters on Streamlabs desktop just to kind of remove background noise as best I can. That's a no for this track. Anything high-pitched and repetitive like that, I'm like, nope, not for me. They're all very fancy, bright colors. I'm assuming they're going to get covered up with white when we're done. This goes here, and then Goes like that. Oh, spoke too soon. Right. Looks like there's going to be a lot of things attached to the side and to the front of this, which is cool. It's hard to keep together. Every time I press on it, I kind of move things out of place. Hey, now we're filling in some space. Interested in streaming my sewing for my crafty friends, so the advice about camera for Lego is great. Absolutely, NerdPants McGee. I feel like I might have followed one or two people on YouTube that were into camera stuff, but that stream gaming careers on YouTube also has camera reviews, and they talk about webcams versus DSLR versus mirrorless. This is a mirrorless. And another great tip for picking up any kind of video is that I did not buy this new. It retails new for like $1,000 in Canada, and that's not something I was willing to spend on a Lego stream that may or may not stick around. I mean, it stuck around. We've been doing this for 6 or 8 months now, so it worked out. But I bought it secondhand. It was a lady in my city that had picked it up for hobby photography. She used it 3 or 4 times to take pictures of her kids, and then her kids got into soccer and sports, and she was selling it barely used. I think I picked it up for under $400. And then I had to buy the cam link and a couple of other connectors. So I think I invested about $500 altogether, but I want to say it's been worth it. The video consistency is good. It's much better than a webcam. It doesn't like try to fix things for you. I have a lot more control. I do find that it's got a soft focus. I don't know whether that's because I'm using it with the kit lens and I need to use a better lens, or whether I've just not learned enough about the camera and I need to make more adjustments. But I do find that my Lego streams have like a weird soft focus, and I think it might be just like a narrow depth of field. But I've tried to increase that. And I did take photography in university with my fine art degree, but like that was 20 years ago. 20 years ago? Yeah, 20 years ago. All right, so then this attaches up here. Getting chunky now. I have a few various cams around. That's great advice. And that's the thing, like, depending on the size, like if you wanted to do like a picture-in-picture, like if you can imagine, if you were doing crafting and you wanted a closer shot, if you had like a little webcam like right over here pointing this way, you could have like a little shot like up in the corner or something like that. And that wouldn't have to be very high res. That could be like 420 or something. And you wouldn't need a fancy webcam for that. You just have to have the USB capabilities on your machine, which might involve a capture card. Like it gets technically more complicated the more stuff that you add, and it's not necessarily about the hardware. It's also about like how can your computer handle it, not from like a performance standpoint, but just from a technical, can it look at more than one webcam at a time, you know? Thankfully with Streamlabs I can do, you know, obviously like a video camera, or I could do a game capture. So I do both. And then this gets flipped over and we attach one of these little guys up here. And then this gives it kind of like an angle. That's really slick. Just a little bit of motion, but it's obviously meant to be angled like that. Am I answering all the questions? Did I miss anything? Like somebody was talking about XLR microphones. As a long-term podcaster, best setup I had was a Focusrite 2TI USB-C interface with 2 XLR ports connected to an Audio-Technica condenser mixer. See, that's why I stay away from XLR microphones, because there's just so many connections and so many things to have to then manage and go wrong. I don't have a mixer. I don't have to worry about one. I use a digital mixing software called Audio Hijack on the Mac. It was about $35. I think it's more expensive now, but at the time I bought it years ago, it was about 35 bucks. But that's not available for PC. Like, so if you don't have that mixing capability in software for a PC, I'm not sure if there's an Audio Hijack equivalent for PC. I only am familiar with PC stuff for streaming Minecraft and other things like that. I have not really gotten into. I don't podcast unless it's like an emergency from my PC. I've been thinking about doing the editing for my podcasts on my PC though, because it's starting to get really hard for the Mac to keep up. One of the reasons why the latest episode of this Citadel Cafe took so long to get out was because of how technically difficult it was for me to edit them. Where is that piece? There we go. That goes along the outside here. You don't use a board either. Plenty of apps now offer plugins for mixing on the Mac. Logic Pro is one. So Logic Pro is as $299. Again, like I paid $35 for Audio Hijack. It's by Rogue Amoeba, is the name of the company. Hubby is recommending a Stream Deck. Things to investigate. Stream Deck is cool, Nerd Pants. The Stream Deck app is free. I would check out the Stream Deck app before you spend the money on a Stream Deck. Stream Deck is a great tool. I did not buy it until I was streaming for almost 4 years. You don't really need it. It's very handy when you have to run breaks and ads and if you need commands and stuff at your disposal. So it's great in that way. But I found it to be a... what's the word? Nice to have purchase, not a need purchase. Because if you have a spare iOS device, then you can use the free Stream Deck app. He loves the overtech. Yeah, he likes to overcomplicate things. The Nookie says for recording audio for my video stuff, I use Adobe Audition because I couldn't get quality from OBS no matter what. Really? You record your video stuff, your audio separate on a separate app? I can get good quality audio on OBS. What I can't get from OBS for myself is good quality video because of my machine stutters. I have not yet figured out how to fix it. Although I haven't tried in a long time, and Minecraft has gotten better in terms of its efficiency and stuff. But like it's been a very long time since I've tried to stream from my, or not stream, tried to record a video. I feel like that's different than the other one. I wonder why this is so uniquely shaped. It's interesting. Okay. Then we have this piece. It's very, very interesting to me how they can make such angled pieces and curved pieces work so very well together. These are unfortunately a little bit transparent. I can see the black through them, which is not something I've ever seen with Lego before. Only these ones. Right, so that is correct that way. We need one of these little guys. I sense some very fancy connections to the main body of the ship coming up. Are you going to be looking into Homeworld 3 when it comes out? What is that? I have no idea what that is. What I want is to hook up 2 cameras and be able to picture-in-picture, like Joel said earlier. If I can plug in multiple USB to my computer and send it live to Discord, that's enough. So live to Discord, just FYI, you can't stream in high def to Discord unless you're paying for Discord Nitro. Otherwise, I would do like patron-only streams and other stuff. That would be like more rewards for supporting on Patreon. But yeah. By the way, I noticed I got an email on the break. Lo, if you're still listening, if you're still around, thanks ever so much for increasing your pledge on Patreon. That's amazing. Very much appreciated. Patreon.com/JoelDuggan for people that are interested. There's also a Minecraft server, depending on the pledge level. And Patreon is one of the best ways to keep me doing what I'm doing. So for folks wondering, you can actually take part in the community as well as support me in what I do. A very intricate little box. 7 of these little guys. This is why I didn't separate them all out, because it doesn't really matter. 3 across the top. Okay, that goes like that. And then these 2 things go in the back. Holy smokes. Really intricate. This is the kind of detail I imagine the designer probably had a lot of fun figuring out how to include, because you'd want to be true to the NASA engineering, right? And this goes on like this. And then this attaches here. Wow, that is complicated. Hey, we get to find out what it is. The orbital maneuvering system and recoil control system are groupings of engines and thrusters that control the orbiter's movements while in space. Of course, that makes sense. Smart Joel is smart. After he reads the note from NASA. Yep. What? Again, this is getting very heavy. And I want to say there's a spot there to connect these. Hopefully you can see this. that connects here. But then also disconnects when you try to show it off on stream. Whoops. Why won't you go back on? There you go. I'm so worried I'm going to drop that. The Nookie with 100 bits. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate that. Nerd Pants, I'm toying with Twitch streams so I can send VOD to crafty friends. They're not tech savvy, very much fit the stereotype of sewing ladies. No, that's cool. I mean, I share the VODs. What I would suggest if you're going to do the VODs is start a VOD YouTube channel just to archive them, because after a while, Twitch will remove the VODs. So they don't stay there forever. So I use my Twitch channel as kind of like an archive. Sorry, I use my YouTube VOD channel as an archive for Twitch. So this will probably go a little bit faster just because we're doing it for the second time. But like, it is just bananas how many little pieces go into getting this shape just right. Like the amount of care that the designer at Lego has taken is just really, really impressive. I mean, I would too if it was my job. And you were tasked with building something as cool and as complicated as this. That's what my niece does, Cal. You say something, you know, important about what she's doing, and she's like, I knew that. No, sure. She's 10. She knows everything. And she doesn't mean it in any kind of rude way. She's just wanting to be part of the adult conversation, you know? It's really funny the way that she says it too, because she's like, oh yeah, I think I knew that. As if she's remembering from like the last time she talked about this thing that you just informed her of for the first time. Yeah, exactly, Cal. Nerd Pants McGee with another 100 bits saying thanks for the device. Of course, anytime. There's also a number of other people in my community that stream, and since you're a subscriber here on Twitch, you have access to the Discord, and there are a couple of different channels on the Discord where you can go to get like tech help, to ask for stream help. I think there's the Tech Talk channel for like technical stuff, and then there's like the Town Hall channel is a little bit more for people that are like streaming and asking for that kind of less like technical advice, more like content creation advice, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Click, click. Oops. There we go. always amazing to me how many bright colors are in this and how you can't see any of it when it's all connected. Cosmic Dancer gifted a tier 1 sub to the Nuki. The Nuki, you can now join the Discord. Welcome in. And thank you very much, Cosmic. The Town Hall channel was more for your channel content and ideas and feedback. Maybe we need an update description of that channel. Yeah, we could do that. I think that would be an okay place, especially now that there's a number of streamers that are on or in the Discord. I would be okay with that because I don't really use that channel all the time. Every once in a while I pop in asking for some feedback, but it's not as often, and I think people could utilize that channel more. Oh, it's the track that has the Mario jump in it. Listen, if you can hear it. You hear like little boing. I do enjoy how they keep it fresh by changing up the order in which you do the sides. It's kind of fun. Otherwise, it'd just be very, very repetitive, you know? All right, that's that part. And now we're on to this little finicky bit here. And do these. Hey, there's a hype train. Cosmic Dancer kicked off a hype train. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. If you'd like to participate in the hype train, folks, it's 100 bits for a tier 1 sub or a Prime Gaming sub, which would be included in your Amazon Prime subscription. If you haven't already used that on a different person, then you could use it here. And the Prime, I think I said, is also good for an invite to the Discord. The Nuki, thanks very much for those 100 bits. That's amazing. Twitch is being twitchy. Maybe I didn't. Maybe there was no notification for the hype train. Sir P, didn't know you had an epic creator code. I'll use it if I ever get something that isn't one of those free weekly games. Well, thanks very much. Yeah, that does help. Not enough people use it that I ever get a payout. I feel like it expires once a year, and unless you hit like $100 worth of sales a year, then they don't bother sending you anything, which is a little frustrating. But because then people are buying games thinking that they're supporting a creator, but then the creator never sees it if it's not enough. But it is cool that they have the creator program. Steam does not have one, which is frustrating because I think a lot more people buy Steam games. But yeah, there's a couple of good games on Epic. There's a game that just released 2 weeks ago? No, a month ago. Industries of Titan. We played a little bit of that on stream a long time ago. It was good. I just don't have time for it right now. Really complicated, but really fun. I think that's everything. We've only got one left, so that's probably a good thing. And then this goes on here. Yep, that looks right. Attach it to the shuttle. What? Yeah, this is heavy now. This side should be a little bit easier for you all to see. So there's these hinges here, and there's the hinge clips there. Very cool. It barely fits. It's massive. So bag 17, not super big. How are we doing for time? People being amazing in chat. Joel, look at chat. Thank you very much, Cosmic. Dan Grice gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. Who did that go to? That went to Mini Packs. Hey, I know Mini Packs. Mini Packs has a free sub now. Thanks very much, Dan. Very much appreciated. Did I miss anything else? I think we're good. Probably get the new Fallen Order sequel when it comes out. Sir P, I have Jedi Fallen Order on my Xbox Game Pass 2 playlist. I have not played it. I want to. Oh, did Elkhorn throw bits? I'm sorry, Elkhorn. Oh, there are 100 bits there from Elkhorn. Thanks very much, Elkhorn. I'm wondering if the music is different enough that I'm not noticing the stream elements or the Streamlabs notifications. Apologies to the mighty Elkhorn. Thanks very much. Yeah, I don't think this is going to take very long, so we're just going to dive right into the next bag. And I think this has to stay 303. Oh yeah, this song's gotta go. Move these out of the way so I know that they are not for this bag. Break first. It's almost time for power through. No, we're just gonna keep on going. Might as well just keep on going. I don't think it's long. Hey, I'm glad I don't have to put that sticker on. That looks like it would be a real pain in the butt. Thanks very much for the support, everyone. Appreciate the hype train. Very kind of all of you. Oh, Sir P, I'm sorry that you've got COVID. That sucks. We had a couple members of the community having to get over COVID the last week or two. Hopefully it is not dramatic and over quickly for you. And you're very welcome. I count my blessings. I'm not, you know, that kind of a person, but I definitely feel grateful that I have the opportunity to do this for a living. And in a way, you know, I don't want to say responsible, but like, it's fulfilling to know that there have been events over the last 3 to 5 years, well, 3 or 4 years, I guess, where streaming entertainment has been something that people have come to really enjoy, and it kind of helps me wrap my head around, you know, the imposter syndrome of like, I play Minecraft and I do podcasting for a living, and to then, you know, have people say like, no, I'm stuck at home, or I'm working at home, and you know, whether you're sick or well or whatever, knowing that you can have that company of someone on a second stream monitor, or entertainment when you're like struggling looking for something to do. The fact that Twitch is free, so for people that are tightening up their budgets and, you know, maybe dropping the Netflix or dropping Disney Plus or whatever it is that they're doing, and then being able to say like, well, you know, Joel is doing this free thing right now, I'll just tune in and listen to him, you know. And it doesn't have to be me, you know, like there's a lot of creators out there that I think are getting a sense of satisfaction from providing some entertainment in a, you know, period in time where that entertainment has been really valued by the people watching. Again, thank you, Lego, for not making me put stickers on these teeny tiny little pieces. I wish more of the Star Wars stuff was pre-printed like this. Some of these pieces that roll around a lot, we're going to group up. Experience has taught me trying to put these all in very nice order is going to be frustrating. They roll around a lot less if you just have them touching one another. Like I said, not a very big bag of pieces. I guess I should have used the opportunity to squeeze these in first. Now that I see that there's space here, I can't not try to squeeze everything in. And yes, sometimes you have to use a double negative. I also completely forgot what page we were on in the book. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to find. Bag 17. Away we go. Right. $303. Good memory. Good memory. You were right. Red-tailed snail. I almost need a stream as a background noise when I play games or knit. That's cool. Red-tailed snail, were you paying attention earlier when was it? Oh gosh. It was either NerdPants McGee or the Nookie. Somebody was talking about streaming crafts. I can't remember which one of you. You were both asking about streaming advice, but somebody was talking about crafts. It was NerdPants. Okay. There's just so many. There's been a really lovely number of new people over the last couple of weeks. A couple of great raids from Gemini Tay and a couple of other people as well. I've brought over some new names in the chat. So I'm still trying to keep people straight. I think Fwip sent some people along too after co-hosting the spawn chunks with me. Right, so these I'll go in here. I like having streams on when I'm tidying or cleaning. It's nice to have the company of the voice and speakers. Cool. So you put Chromerific, do you put streamers up on your big screen? Like a television, or do you just have it on a computer? Or is it like headphones? And then you just check your phone every once in a while? I have a number of people that tune into my Minecraft streams on weekends when they're driving. And they don't watch, they're just listening, which I always find is interesting. I would be watching more streams lately, but Xbox and Twitch, they've updated the Xbox app. I guess it would be Twitch that would be releasing the new Xbox app. And it is hot garbage. There's a whole Reddit thread about how terrible it is. And I've been watching less streams because I don't watch streams at my computer. I spend so much time sitting at the computer streaming myself that when I watch streams, I usually watch them on my big 55-inch entertainment center in my living room. And it's way easier for me to like be in the kitchen and then see what's going on. But controlling it and navigating Twitch on Xbox now is horrible. I just rage quit. You're trying to watch a stream, you're trying to figure out what's going on, and then you hit the wrong button and it just doesn't do what it should. They've changed all of the button controls. Just terrible. All right. So then this goes and gets all kinds of cool gadgetry on it. These are like the cockpit details. We've got, oh wow. So we take one of these and we actually put it in the claw. I didn't know these fit this way. Huh. Will you look at that? I'm not sure if you can see that, but that actually fits just perfectly inside that little claw. That's a cool little idea. Reminds me of the cash register I made in the modern city in Minecraft. With a armor stand and a pressure plate. I can only imagine how many buttons and switches and controls there are inside the shuttle in real life. Like, it just must be astronomical. Pardon the pun. So the 1x1 pieces get crooked though. That's that. And there's one more that goes here. Very finicky. C also, big hands. And then this all goes in here. Like that. Oh, there's like 2 levels to the command module? That's cool. I didn't realize it had 2 floors. That's sweet. So these are the chairs. So you can see 1 chair down there, and then there's 4 chairs here. I didn't realize there was 2 levels. That's cool. And then we got to put the top on. Again, very happy that these are printed pieces and I don't have to do stickers on these little guys. And this, of course, fits in here. And this connects over top like that. It almost looks like an escape pod. Did you know Discovery carried 5 astronauts into orbit? 4 on the flight deck, commander, pilot, and 2 mission specialists, and a mission specialist on the mid deck. So that's the mid deck down there. No, I didn't. It was news to me that this was 2 floors. Although, they don't show you how they get from one floor to the other. I guess Lego left that detail off. That is really a lot longer than it looks like in the picture. You were looking forward to me struggling with stickers. There are no more stickers to struggle with that I'm going to do on camera. There's a bunch of stickers that go inside here, but I am not doing those. At least not live. I will do them on my own when I have patience. I've got a funny for those. I'm gonna have to get really close to it, and then my head would just be in the shot, and you wouldn't be able to see anything but the back of my head. I say this is probably more stand support, would be my guess. But we will see. It could be like more undercarriage type stuff too. Probably can't see all that clearly with them doing black Lego on top of a black book. Those guys go there. wrench pieces go inside these. Speaking of Lego, did you see where somebody built a mini figure scale Star Destroyer? Elkhorn, yes. It is a minifig scale version of, I don't remember the name of it, but it's Moff Tarkin's ship from Mandalorian. And it was traveling around to like one of the Lego exhibitions or Star Wars exhibitions in the States or something. I think I saw it in from somebody's TikTok that was in Chicago. It was massive. Like it was as big as a car. And I think it's one of the biggest Lego builds ever made or something like that. Probably pretty easy to find online now that you know that it's Moff Tarkin's. No, not Moff Tarkin. Gideon. Sorry. -10 Star Wars points for me. Moff Gideon from Tarkin is the cool Grand Moff Tarkin is the guy I'm thinking of. No, yeah, Moff Gideon. Kind of a dumb name, if you ask me. Is it Grand Moff Gideon? I don't think Gideon is Grand Moff. Tarkin is the Grand Moff. Anybody that's not a Star Wars fan is like, what are you talking about? That goes there, and then I have to attach all these together. Gideon is the Mandalorian. Juan Carlo Esposito, I believe, is the actor that plays him. Yeah. Juan Carlo Esposito was cool in Breaking Bad, but I didn't like him in it. And I don't think that's at him. I think that Moff Gideon is a poorly written character. I shouldn't say poorly. They could have been better. I didn't find them very threatening, I guess was the issue. All right, 2 of those, 2 of those, 6 of those. Those are all together. Oh, this is for putting that in there. Huh. Are we gonna do that? That's neat. Oh, I see it. Just it supports as if it's like floating in space. So you can display it a couple of different ways. You can have your shuttle and your Hubble Space Telescope. That's over here. Hubble Space Telescope is there. And so inside here, right, if I wanted to, I could put why do these come out? I guess that's just where you keep them. I mean, it's cool that they designed it so it looks like it actually attaches, but why wouldn't you? Oh, I see. These, I think, are meant to look like rolled up versions of, because they would attach right there, right? So as if these have been rolled up, maybe. This is where I want an explanation, Lego. Like where it says Discovery carried 5 astronauts. This is where I want a paragraph saying like, did you know? Or this is what this is for. Anyway, I think I'm going to display the shuttle just on its own. I'm not going to take that apart right now. But that's the support for it. These things connect. And then this close this up like that. And that's it. That's the thing finished, constructed. Victory. Yeah, I didn't think the solar panels would roll up either. But for folks that are new that haven't seen this, here, I'll move this out of the way. Try to put it on the stand. So we've got, if you've not been here since the beginning, Nerd Pants McGee, thanks very much for the bits. It is the music that drowns out that noise a little bit. This is the Hubble Space Telescope. So long before JWST was the Hubble Space Telescope. And that's one of the most famous payloads of the Discovery, which we found out through the Lego book. And this was the first thing we built. So this was the first week, the first part of our 6-part series on the shuttle was this. And the first thing that we built after that was this stand, which is supposed to support that. We are going to find out just how well this does. I guess it goes in here. You can see this little fork. So it just goes like that. It just sits there? I guess gravity and physics does the rest? Yeah. I mean, it's wobbly, but does the trick. And does not fit in the shot. So, Discovery, the Lego ship, is 22 inches tip to tip. Almost 2 feet long. Very, very cool. Cosmic Dancer, thank you ever so much for this fabulous Lego kit. What a very cool model. For folks that don't know, the engine back here rotates and the flaps go back and forth. And there's a flap back here at the back, and it lowers the landing gear. It's really hard to get all this in a shot. There we go. You pull that back out. That last one just doesn't want to go. There you go. I guess I have to be a little bit more forceful with it. There we go. Very cool. And very heavy. Yeah, this is hard to do. We'll just do this. Go. There we go. The NASA Shuttle Discovery and the Hubble Space Telescope. Sneakily wags finger at Cosmic. Cosmic. Thanks ever so much again. Really appreciate it. And thanks for hanging out, folks. It is almost 4:30 my time, so I should probably go. But thank you ever so much for hanging out. I'm going to actually pause the music so I don't have to yell over it or feel like I'm yelling over it. I really appreciate all the support today, folks. A couple of bits coming in for the hype train. Gift subs are so lovely. Welcome to the new members of the community. Hopefully you have found your way into the Discord, and you can join us in the conversation there. And hey, you know, like prob the Discord for you know, solutions to some of your streaming questions. If I'm not around to answer them, then you can always ask people there. There are a number of streamers that stream from places like Infinity Cove, my Patreon Minecraft server, and you can find more information about that at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. You can also ask members of the Discord. That Discord channel is open for that, so you can always check that out as well. And there's a number of members that stream. You can watch their streams, like Elkhorn, like Hunter555, Mini-Packs as well, although they haven't streamed in a while, I don't think. So there's a number of streamers from that Minecraft server. Also Cosmic streams from time to time, and so does Alistair McFly and Stephen ESE, all from the Citadel. I'm going to be back on the Citadel tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 4 hours. We're going to be back in West Hill. We will be working on the details of the medieval city, going through my checklist. It's getting smaller. I think we're almost halfway through in terms of the items on the list. I think there's a couple of big things like the keep and a few other things that have to get sorted out. So we will see how things go there. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. I may have to skip the stream on Sunday or move it up earlier. It is my father's birthday on Monday, and we're getting together for family dinner on Sunday, which means I think I have to peace out at about 3 o'clock. So my normal 1 o'clock stream time on Sunday will be different. Look for it at either 11 or 12, 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. I will keep everybody informed via Discord and hopefully throw out a Twitter message as well. At Joel Duggan on social media, very easy to find. Don't forget to check out the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast. New episodes out this week on both of those. They are both free. There's no reason why you haven't listened to them, unless you don't like pleasant conversations about Minecraft and nerdy things. I mean, we talked a lot about Lego on this week's episode of the Citadel Cafe, as well as Wakanda Forever. So I think you will enjoy it. Thanks ever so much for hanging out today, folks. We're going to pass you on to somebody else doing something. I'm not sure who yet. I have to go check the list. But it will be hopefully either Minecraft or something very similar. We will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.